your patience. I'm sorry. I was having some audio issues. I wanted to make sure we were good before I launched the live stream. So hopefully you guys can hear me loud and clear. There's a couple of things that we got to talk about, some developments, interesting stuff. The DOJ saying that they want to, they're saying supposedly press charges on Don Lemon. Oh my God. Don Lemon.
These protesters burst into a church mid-service yesterday in St. Paul. They started chanting for Renee Good, the woman who was shot and killed by ICE earlier this month.
Renee Good! Renee Good! Renee Good!
The protesters believe one of the pastors works for ICE. Now, the organizer told Don Lemon, who was embedded with the protesters, that it was a clandestine operation meant to disrupt a, quote, key location, demanding justice for Good. One video appears to show a protester inside the church calling the churchgoers comfortable white people and shouting, "You have your nice jewelry. What do you do to stand with your Somali community?"
That's just crazy.
Now, we have not seen Minnesota Governor Tim Walz or Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey issue public statements or respond to the St. Paul church mob. The FBI and the DOJ Civil Rights Division are investigating. Attorney General Pam Bondi writing on X, "I just spoke to the pastor in Minnesota whose church was targeted. Attacks against law enforcement and the intimidation of Christians are being met with the full force of federal law. If state leaders refuse to act responsibly to prevent lawlessness, the Department of Justice will remain mobilized to prosecute federal crimes and ensure that the rule of law prevails."
Good morning. I haven't seen protests today. What I saw was people doing MLK walks and stuff like that. That was about it so far. Let me start this multi-stream. And so if you haven't heard about what is going on, yesterday we covered it. There was a church in Minneapolis, a church that was ransacked by protesters. And it's at the city's church. It's in St. Paul area. About 30 anti-ICE protesters stormed the Capitol church. And they're from the Racial Justice Network. They entered the church during a Sunday morning worship, disrupting it with chants like "Justice for Renee Good," "Hands up, don't shoot," and "ICE out." They targeted one of the pastors named David Eastwood, accusing him of also serving as the acting field office director for ICE in Minnesota. Protesters claimed he oversaw the operations. The disruption terrified some. Okay, there were some people terrified, afraid. Where's that post? I had one I wanted to show you guys. It's in the thumbnail, actually. Nicki Minaj posted it. Nicki Minaj went off this today, too, or yesterday. Show right here. Nicki Minaj. This is what they're talking about here. Kids, child afraid here. She said the world is watching. Here, sitting in church. Kid was crying, I guess, afraid. Not sure what was going on, with the protesters coming in there. And the DOJ is launching a civil rights investigation into potential violations, including interference with religious worship. Now it's the DOJ. I don't know how confident I am about them actually, I don't know, pressing charges and stuff, but And some people, that's what I saw yesterday, talking about that it's protected speech. That you can go in a place of religious worship, you can go on private property, storm the place, and it's just free speech. And that's just not true because one, it was private property. They stormed in there, bursted in. And disrupting a service, I don't believe that's under the First Amendment's free speech. It doesn't apply to private property. It doesn't give you unlimited rights. So it was a private space. I mean, I don't know if you could argue it was public. Maybe I don't know if you could argue that. And it also, I think, violates the free exercise of religion. That's something they could argue, and a potential violation of federal law. This incident may breach the freedom of access to clinical entrances. The law prohibits using force, threats, or physical obstruction to interfere with religious freedom. So some people were in there storming this shit, bursting into the place, and it's freedom of speech. You know?
The Justice Department is also probing Mayor Fry and Governor Walz for possibly interfering with immigration enforcement here in Minnesota. President Trump has warned he may use the Insurrection Act. Up to 1,500 soldiers are ready to deploy from Alaska's 11th Airborne Division, which
I see you guys mentioning FACE Act. FACE Act, yeah. FACE Act violations due to the interference with religious worship.
Specializes in cold weather warfare. Now, earlier yesterday, Mayor Fry once again said that demonstrations in Minneapolis are peaceful.
In the face of a whole lot of adversity, I'm so proud to be from Minneapolis. They're peacefully protesting. They're standing up for one another. And, you know, like I said, it's not just going to be resistance here in this city. We're not backing down. We're not going to be intimidated.
We're going to talk about that.
So we have reached out to Governor Walz, Mayor Fry, and also the
Nicki
St.
Minaj.
Paul mayor for comment on the mob in the church yesterday. So far, we have not heard back.
No comment on the mob. Let's play from the source, Benny Keys.
From an airplane.
Can you give me an update on this post-harm meeting?
Well, yes, actually, I posted that from an airplane, and Pam Bondi and I, my boss, had already been in touch about this incident, what we're going to do about it. And so I'm working hand in hand with her. We have sent federal prosecutors last night from my office in D.C. to Minnesota. They should be landing any moment now. We activated the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office as well. And this has the highest attention of the Attorney General and my Department of Justice team, because it is, as you said in your intro, this isn't actually a question of whether we're going to stand for it. We don't stand for it in this country. And not every case that we do at the DOJ gets the headlines, but we've already prosecuted numerous attacks on churches so far in the last 9 months since I took office under Pam Bondi's leadership. We are investigating multiple attacks on synagogues. It is evil to attack any house of worship in America. It is illegal. And what I saw yesterday made me ashamed, frankly, for the United States, that we have an attorney general in Minnesota, Keith Ellison, a district attorney, Mary Moriarty, a mayor, Jacob Fry, and Tim Waltz, Tampon Tim, who absolutely refuse to enforce our state laws. Their own state laws prohibit this very conduct. Well, if they're not going to enforce their laws, we will enforce our federal laws, and we are already doing that. And so, as you know, and as people have said, the prior administration prosecuted people under the FACE Act for peacefully praying outside abortion clinics where unborn children were being killed inside. Now, that's protected by federal law. That's up to Congress. However, that same law gives us the right at the Department of Justice to prosecute the same kind of conduct vis-a-vis any house of worship. And there's been a lot of talk of the First Amendment thrown around. The First Amendment includes the right to pray without interference.
Right. There was a lot of people, well, quite a few I saw yesterday talking about, well, this is my First Amendment right to storm this place, this church, because you're violating their right to religion.
Interference. It includes the right of these people to not have so-called journalists and a mob of activists disrupt their sacred day of prayer. And so, as far as I can tell, these very foolish people have already, many of them self-identified online as to who they were. They posted who their accomplices were. Don Lemon has made numerous admissions online as to his participation here and his intention and his knowledge of what was going to happen inside that sacred place. And so we're gathering the facts, and there will be action here. I know people are frustrated. Where are the arrests, et cetera? Let me explain that for you and your team, Benny, because state prosecutors could have arrested some of these people yesterday. They don't have some of the same hurdles that we do in the DOJ. When DOJ, we gather our facts, we go to a federal judge. A federal judge has to issue the search warrants. We all know what the federal judges are doing right now in Minnesota. We will pursue charges in this case. I see.
So they're saying here, supposedly, I don't know if it's actually going to happen. What do you guys think? You think they're actually going to arrest Don Lemon? Will it really happen? Will he actually be charged? And are they going to charge everybody else over there that was there? Don Lemon. Listen to a little bit of
announced
this.
its intention to charge Don Lemon under the KKK Act.
The KKK Act. Oh, what? I didn't see this post.
Now, I want to show you a little bit from Benny and Harmeet's conversation. I'm not one to normally pull up someone else's show with breaking news this quickly or in this way. But Benny Johnson with an absolute massive story in his interview with Harmeet Dillon, saying DOJ announces intention to charge Don Lemon under the KKK Act. The KKK Act makes it illegal to threaten, hurt, or intimidate people to prevent them from exercising their God-given rights. Harmeet Dillon saying the Klan Act is one of the most important federal civil rights statutes. It's a law that makes it illegal to terrorize and violate the civil rights of citizens. Now, there have been many comments made recently as the story develops around Don Lemon going into this church. I do want to pull up, there might be something I can pull up and add to this. Let me see if I can find it. Commentary that's basically saying, Don Lemon, yeah, I have this tweet from Eric Doherty. Let me see if I can pull this one up. Video of Don Lemon saying he knew in advance and that they were going to intentionally catch people off guard.
I believe this. I totally believe this.
Is incriminating, and now he's facing charges. Let me play this clip for you from the back.
Let me just listen to that. I want to hear this. I don't know if I have that clip already. Now, let me pull it up. Kind of messed up my tabs before I went live. Eric Doherty. I don't know, man. I don't know if they'll arrest him. That would be really interesting. Very interesting to see if he did. They're saying he's trying to walk it back now, too. I'm going to have some clips to show. This guy here. Don Lemon. Oh, by the way, for today, though, because I know some people are asking, where's the protesters? What's going on? I haven't seen shit. Apparently, this is the last thing I saw before I went live. They overtook. They have taken a target under their control. They have occupied and stormed a target in Minnesota, St. Paul. Let's see what's going on here. They're staging a... We are one. Oh, God.
Fighting. We won't stop fighting. The ice is gone. Till ice is gone.
Target says that their mission is to support the joy of everyday life for all families. Then do it.
We're holding you accountable, Target. You're an ally. We're holding you accountable.
Justice over profit.
Justice over profit. People over.
I sit here not only as a mother or a grandmother, but I sit here as a great-granddaughter of an immigrant. And I sit here and I ask Target, you must stand with us. You must stop discriminating. You must stop.
What are they supposed to do? How are they going to stand with you and stop discriminating?
Discriminating. You must stop treating immigrants wrong. You
Target?
must give them better wages. You must give them an opportunity to have housing. You must give them an opportunity to feed their children. I sit here because this is the right thing to do.
That's right.
Yeah, Target, you're not doing enough. Target, what is this? Black Panthers are now organizing a training to guard their communities against mass ICE. I'm not a killer, but or something. You never saw. I forgot how the song goes. Really good song though. Classic. All right. This guy's a good page to follow. Florida man Ahmed Jihad Bahia arrested in Central Florida over triple murder of 3 Americans. Wow. Okay, where's that clip? Damn, this guy posts a lot. Don Lemon literally kissed the leftist anti-ICE organizer. Let's see.
How are you?
Good.
To see you. They're getting the operation together. Again, this is an operation that is secret, that they invited folks out. Can't tell you what is going to happen, but you're going to watch it live unfold here on the Don Lemon Show. There are for this reason it may look like MAGA coded, but there's a reason they have so many white people here. I'm just going to be honest. It's because of the operation that they're doing today. It's important to have allies, as they said, white allies here. So that is what I could say. I turned our camera off of them because they're giving some critical information here. But there we go. Everybody's ready to go. Let's go. Okay.
So he knew, yeah.
Thank you guys for allowing me to be here.
Okay,
Thank you guys.
Okay.
How are you?
Good.
to see you. We're on. We're not saying what it is, what's going on, but
oh, look at that. Oof.
Thank you. Tell us why you're doing this.
So
this is Nicki Levy Armstrong. She's on the show on Friday.
Levy Armstrong, civil rights attorney, longtime activist here in the community. And, we protest and do activism in all kinds of ways. This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere that is a key location. They don't expect us to come there. And then we disrupt business as usual. So that's what we're about to go do right now. We've had a lot of success with the times we have done Operation Pull Up.
Yeah.
After George Floyd was killed, we went to the Police Federation head's home and staged a demonstration there. We also went to the head of the U.S. Marshals from Minnesota after Winston Smith was killed by the U.S. Marshals. We went there after Dante Wright was killed.
Okay. So that's a good page, Eric Doherty. Oh, this shit was hilarious. If you guys never saw this, this was the Haitian illegal alien gang member with 17 criminal convictions is still in ICE custody after being arrested 1 year ago. What happened? This shit was wild.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
Trump, you feel me?
F Trump, he said.
Yo, Biden forever, bro.
Yo, Biden forever. Is this real? This is crazy.
Thank Obama for everything that he
Thank you, Obama. Was this guy paid for this shit?
did for me, bro. I'm not going back to Haiti.
That's crazy. Thank you, Obama. Thank you, Biden. You're the best. Thank you for allowing me to commit crimes, murder, and rape. I love you. Thank you.
Incriminating. And now he's facing charges.
Yeah, the Ku Klux Klan Act.
Here's some of the information on screen.
I've never even heard of this.
Would you mind breaking down for us, because we have just read the FACE Act and how this is an affinity to the FACE Act and obvious and egregious.
Now, I want to make sure something's very, very clear. In the clip, she doesn't explicitly state Don Lemon's name. I think she may be broadly referring to all of the people involved, but here's where it gets interesting. This clip, let me play this clip from Don Lemon for you.
Into Minneapolis a little bit ago, and did some reconnaissance on the ground, speaking to an organization there that's gearing up for resistance and protest. I've been pleasantly surprised to see the community coming together. Diverse community. If you see this, when we first pulled up, we're like, wait a minute, which operation are we at? And as it turns out, because we're like, well, this is kind of MAGA coded, right?
What?
So the American flag or whatever, but these are resistance protesters. They're planning an operation that we're going to follow them on. I can't tell you exactly what they're doing, but it's called Operation Pull Up, and it's Nicki Armstrong, and she has been doing this since George Floyd.
Okay, well, we get that. It's interesting,
How
though.
serious will the DOJ take the FACE Act and the Klan Act? Because if they say this is serious federal law, you had foreknowledge of a crime that was to be committed, and you went with them. The issue here is, I put it like this. Reasonably, I don't think you'd charge Don Lemon under the same laws as you charge the extremists. But I do think there's going to be charges, largely because being a journalist or press does not give you the right to enter private property and violate other people's rights. So they may actually pursue some type of charges related to the Klan Act. Now, I want to play the greater segment. I think it's very...
That's interesting.
defended successfully in the 11th Circuit a case called Oropesa, a case of Jane's Revenge, the pro-abortion protesters violently attacking crisis pregnancy centers in Florida. And we had the court uphold the Klan Act criminal enhancement to the FACE Act. So I know this is very deep in the weeds, but the point is there are a number of things. The FACE Act is just the start. Like I said, you have material support for disruptive activities, you have conspiracy.
That's so true. Colorado Trucker, thank you for the 5, says the DOJ charges Don Lemon under the Ku Klux Klan Act would be the headline of the year.
To violate civil rights. You have potentially the use of other instrumentalities to commit crimes. And so some of these folks who did this have self-identified. Don Lemon himself has come out and said he knew exactly what was going to happen inside that facility. He went into the facility and then he began, quote unquote, committing journalism. And as if that's sort of a shield from being an embedded part of a criminal conspiracy. It isn't. And so, we're getting our ducks in a row. We're putting the facts together. And this is a very serious matter.
Damn, bro.
You're going to get trespassed. You don't leave, you can get arrested. Now, usually cops don't want to arrest you for trespass. They'll just forcibly remove you and say, stop. Now, what if people are being victimized? This is where it gets bad. Don Lemon knew these people were going to go and terrorize a congregation, okay? Screaming in their faces, threatening them over their political beliefs, disrupting a place of worship. Serious crime. Felony, Harmeet says. He knew. Now, you might argue, and the left will, he's just filming. It's totally allowed. Except Don Lemon knew people were going to be victimized. That's the issue. Let's flip the script. Let's say Nick Sorter knows a group of protesters are going to go into an abortion clinic. And they're going to block the entrance. They're going to scream and disrupt the practices there, which is also protected under the FACE Act. He knows they're going to do it, and he wants to go film the doctors as they're being screamed at. Do you think at all the Biden DOJ is going to be like, nah, he's all right. That was always allowed. No, they're going to say no excuses.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm very, very curious to see what's going to happen. I mean, therefore I am posted this before and after of Don Lemon. Let's check this out.
The MAGA administration and the fake news MAGAs are losing their mind over something that's not even true. So let me just make it clear, because this assistant attorney general, I don't know, what's her name? Something Hammett. Gillen or whatever. So I had no affiliation to that organization. I didn't even know they were going to this church. And
that's bullshit. This is what they're saying, that this is the after and before. He's trying to walk it back. I had no idea this was going to happen. And these people literally stream themselves, record themselves saying the things that they say, and then go back and be like, I didn't know that was going to happen. What are you talking about?
So we followed them there. We were there chronicling protests. Once the protest started in the church, we did an act of journalism, which was report on it and talk to the people who were involved, which included the pastor, members of the church, and members of the organization. That's it. It's called journalism. First Amendment, all that stuff. For all of you people who believe in the First Amendment, absolutist, there you go. So why don't you talk to the actual person who is in charge of the organization?
The lady that you were kissing and you were talking to. Wasn't it the same lady? Just throwing her under the bus already.
In the First Amendment, absolutist. There you go. So why don't you talk to the actual person who is in charge of the organization and whose idea it was to have the protest at the church before you start blaming me for stuff for which you have no idea. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
And we all have the address, right?
Yes. Everybody has the address? Yeah.
So they're getting the operation together. Again, this is an operation that is secret, that they invited folks out. Can't tell you what is going to happen, but you're going to watch it live unfold here on the Don Lemon Show. That is what I could say. I turned our camera off of them because they're giving some critical information here. But there we go. Everybody's ready to go. Let's go. Okay. Thank you guys for allowing me to be here.
Okay,
Thank you guys.
Okay.
How are you? Good to see you. We're on. We're not saying what it
They know each other. He gave her a kiss on the cheek.
is, what's going on, but thank you. Tell us why you're doing that.
I mean, I don't know how intimately they knew each other, but I think she was the leader of the group.
So this is Nikema Levy Armstrong. She's on the show on Friday.
Armstrong,
She's on the show on Friday.
Rights attorney, longtime activist here in the community. And, we protest and do activism in all kinds of ways. This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere that is a key location. They don't expect us to come there. And then we disrupt business as usual.
Okay, so we're going to go to the operation again. We're not going to give any of the information away. But seatbelt. Don't give anything away. But we're doing this clandestine secret operation. They have found out some information that they want to careful. It's very slippery. Very slippery. They found this operation. They found out some inside information, right?
Yeah.
And so they're going to. You know where you're going?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, good. But again, this is just the beginning of this clandestine operation that they're doing here because of some inside information that they got. So this is going to be very interesting. Well, this is this is just very rough, off the cuff. IRL. This is a true IRL because it's not produced. We don't know what's happening. We kind of do, but we don't know how it's going to play out.
Right.
So we'll get to see some of the what happens after this sort of surprise.
It'd be good if you had your meta glasses on.
I do have
inside
them.
the building.
I may do that, but I don't know. Can you switch over to my meta? No. We are here. Now, do you think if you just have it, I think maybe if you just have it on the church, but if they see me, they're going to know. No?
It just depends.
What? Uniform now, you think
Don't name the location.
I'm not naming the location, but I mean, I'm just wondering if you see me. The folks inside see me.
Are the congregants really on live instead of in service right now?
No, but they'll be like, "Why is Don Lemon here?"
Oh yeah, Sunday morning.
Sunday morning church.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see.
They'll be like, he's. Well, what else? It's Sunday, and we already said the church.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you said it.
No, I didn't.
No,
I did not.
We were saying that church is going on during Sunday.
Okay, that's what we said.
Bro. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best thing because we just found out about this morning. I'm just trying to figure out if it's best for me to go inside so I can tell what happened. And then that's what I'm going to do. And can you just keep it trained on there?
You should take.
I'm going to take this off.
We can swap hats too.
I have it. I got it. Yeah.
And then you can put your hood on too if you want. It's church.
JB, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the 10, and thank you for the membership as well. 2 years. Hey Mel, look up a site called Crowds on Demand. I was just pulling it up. Request a quote. How we can help you. Wow. Please include as much details as possible. Details might include some of the following: information on your organization, why you're reaching out to us, what services you're interested in, your objectives. Given the extensive work needed to make our events, demonstrations, and campaigns come to life, we typically do not take on new clients with event or campaign budgets under $20K. So you gotta have over 20 at least to make things move. So you gotta pick your budget here. They do crowd protest rallies and advocacy. Organize rallies, get immediate attention for your causes and candidates. What? We provide cost-effective way to lobby government. This is crazy. Crowds on Demand is your new home for impactful advocacy campaigns, demonstrations, PR stunts, and corporate events. Services available nationwide. Wow. Need a crowd? Need a mob? Need protesters? Oh, you can buy it and purchase it on demand. That's crazy. Wow. Don Lemon, we just saw this clip, but again, just saying they're saying he's doing damage control.
MAGA administration
Trying to,
and
anyway.
fake news MAGAs are losing their mind over something that's not even true. So let me just make it clear, because this assistant attorney general, I don't know, gosh, what's her name? It's something Hammett, Dillon or whatever. So I had no affiliation to that organization. I didn't even know they were going to this church until we followed them there. We were there chronicling protests. Yeah. Once the protest started in the church, we did an act of journalism, which was report on it and talk to the people who were involved, which included the pastor, members of the church, and members of the organization. That's it. It's called journalism. First Amendment, all that stuff. For all of you people who believe in the First Amendment, absolutist, there you go. So why don't you talk to the actual person who is in charge of the organization and whose idea it was to have the protests at the church before you start blaming me for stuff for which you have no idea.
Already taking them back, even though we have video of the opposite. Now, Nicki Minaj, man, some people are very upset about this. They don't like the post that she made about Don Lemon. Don cocksucking, I don't know if I can say that here, but anyway, Lemon is disgusting. How dare you? I want that thug in jail. He would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up. Now, TMZ said this is a racial or homophobic slur. I don't know. Why is it a homophobic slur? I said, I don't see this as a homophobic slur. It's true. It is true. Now, I've used that word. I like to use that word. Many people don't really hear me say it. I don't really use it online streaming. But if somebody messes with me in traffic, I might say, you cocksucker. You know? And it has nothing to do with your sexuality or if you actually do or don't do that. You're just, you know, like an asshole kind of thing. Just like the R word back in the day. But anyway, she called him that. They're saying it's a racial slur or, homophobic slur. And there's been a little bit of backlash. Nicki, she also posted this. She reposted somebody's post. Here said, this person, this is the same man who goes home every day to his white husband, yet parades himself as pro-black, questioning black people's authenticity and telling others to prove their blackness while feeling bold enough to speak on Nicki Minaj. This is an alcoholic who was fired from a 17-year career because of his long documented pattern of misogyny, hostility, and disturbing behavior. Multiple women workplace culture where he engaged in aggressive, abusive, and violent behavior, including incidents where colleagues said they felt threatened, intimidated, and physically unsafe. Add to that, he joked at Bill Cosby's victim and asked her why she didn't use teeth. That was kind of weird. Lemon's most repugnant suggestion was this. You know, there are ways to not perform oral sex. He went on to clarify that he meant the using of the teeth as a weapon to stop the alleged assault. Put crassly, why didn't you bite his D if you didn't want to perform oral sex? Lemon continued, if you didn't want to do it, in other words, you really wanted it. Damn, sick guy. Don Lemon is being sued by a man over alleged assaults last summer at the Hamptons dive bar. This was 2019. Damn. Don Lemon catching heat. And I saw Nick Sorter posted this. and other people as well.
People who are wearing the uniform now, you think they're patriots?
I don't think so, especially those ICE agents.
That's what I'm talking
no.
about. Yeah. Well,
No, they're terrorists. They're traitors.
Thank you guys. Thank you for your service. I appreciate.
Today we had the honor to protest with Nikema Armstrong and the Racial Justice Network. Just like Jesus did, we went into that church and we flipped tables peacefully.
Shame on you.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are your people? Why are you not at Whipple every day fighting for the humanity, standing for our people? Where are you? You drink your coffee, you got your jewelry, you have your nice clothes, but what do you do? What do you do to stand for your Somali and Latino communities?
I'm not going to comment.
You have no comment, exactly. As you can see, all these pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration.
They look like just average people going to a Sunday service. What are they talking about? The nice clothes and jewelry. I don't even see the guy wearing jewelry. Everybody's dressed very modestly over there.
Stand for your Somali and Latino communities.
I'm not going to comment.
You have no comment, exactly. As you can see, all these pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters. You come here to a man wearing a suit. Is a preacher? Did Jesus wear a suit? Did Jesus profit off the words? No! Jesus would dine with immigrants. Do not touch me. Touch me again and see what happens.
Hey, you can't.
You are a fake Christian. Why are you not standing with your Somali and Latino communities? Why do I not see you out at Whipple every day protesting this attack on humanity? Where are you? You're sinners. You're pretending to be Christians. But we know you live an easy life, don't you? A very easy life while people are starving. Living real comfortable while the people starve. Living real comfortable while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're all living real comfortable, aren't you?
Slam the van door closed. He doesn't know he doesn't know that they're living comfortable, that everybody's situation there is great. There could be people there that are having problems and struggling and all kinds of stuff. You know, trying to make ends meet. That are going to work, having to work hard to take care of their family. And they don't have time to go to the Whipple and stand there all day for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. They got responsibilities.
Protesting this attack on humanity. Where are you? You're sinners. You're pretending to be Christians. But we know you live an easy life, don't you? A very easy life while people are...
You don't know that. Assuming that. You don't know that. And it's just crazy to me, too. These white people... These white liberals, it's the most insane shit that they walk into these places. You're white supremacist, white privilege. Oh, bro, have you looked in the mirror? What the fuck is wrong with these people? Honestly, I think they're the most. I don't know. They're like at the bottom of the pool for me. As like in politics, like white liberals. It's just like the most like weak, disgusting thing. It's not even about like how they're treating other white people. That's part of it, but then it's like they come to you if you're of any pigmentation or whatever, and it's like they're trying to like coddle you. I'm not a fucking child. I'm not a victim. My Latino brothers. The heck? If you feel so bad, go wash my car. Then you want to be a little peasant or slave or some shit. Go wash my car. Then go wash my car. Go do my groceries. You feel so bad. It's just weird. I don't understand it.
Starving. Living real comfortable while the
How is this living real? This is just a van, SUV.
people starve. Living real comfortable while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're all living real
Bottom of the
comfortable,
gutter, yeah.
aren't you? Shame on you. Do something. Stand with the Somalis. Stand with the Latinos. Quit ignoring this injustice.
Jesus.
He wears a suit and tie and he hangs out with Kristi Noem. How is that a Christian? You're supposed to accept all immigrants, are you not? Why are you not going down to Whipple and joining us in protest against this inhumanity?
Wow. The man, the woke farmer, too, probably filmed himself. Okay. Don Lemon thanked him. This was yesterday when they first started walking in there.
Renee Good! Renee Good! Renee Good!
Just odd. So yeah, Nicki went off. I thought it was kind of funny. I don't know about Nicki as far as like, now I know I guess she switched to the right. I don't know if she was left, but at least she's public about it now. She's TPUSA and all this stuff. But yeah, she snapped. I know she defends Christianity, and damn, so she's watching. She's keeping an eye on all this stuff. The cocksucker thing is funny, man. Back in the day, we used to say it all the time. Let's go to cocksucker. The Italians or whatever. Come on, man. All the time. Here's a pastor of a church condemning the actions of Don Lemon and the activists.
Today in Minneapolis, Minnesota, a group of activists led by Don Lemon stormed a Baptist church by the name of Cities Church during their worship time. They were screaming and chanting, disrupting the singing and the preaching because they suspected an ICE officer may attend the church. This is a violation of what is known as the FACE Act.
The FACE Act.
And not only do we condemn this act, but tonight I want to demand that the Department of Justice investigate what took place in Minneapolis, apprehend those who broke the law, and arrest them accordingly. We must protect religious liberty in this country. As people meet to worship God, they have been given legally the right to enter, to worship, and to leave their place of worship. The Lord Jesus said, "In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer, I have overcome the world." I have preached for many years that there will come a time when we'll find out who are Christians by label and by convenience, and who are Christians by conviction. And certainly we're entering those days now. I believe we should pray for this congregation, and we should be vigilant as Christians to exercise our freedom, to worship our Savior, and to stand unashamed for the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I might add as a subnote that we welcome all branches of law enforcement to Lancaster Baptist Church. And so let us pause before we begin tonight and have a word of prayer and ask the Lord to bless and to meet the needs in this situation.
Okay. Now they're saying that this guy that we just saw that went inside of this church and was recording people and talking all this stuff, talking all the crap. Apparently he's double downing and calling for Pam Bondi to come get him. He must have not watched this whole thing with Chavez. But I don't know. People have been begging Pam Bondi to arrest people, so I don't know if it will happen.
Yesterday, I went into a church with Nakima Armstrong and I protested these white supremacists. The pastor of the church is a fucking ICE leader in the city. How can you be a fucking pastor and be a fucking ICE agent? Fuck them. They want to come after me? Fuck them. How can they live so comfortably while the fucking people from Somalia that are in this country legally, that have fucking citizenship, can't even go to their mosque and pray? How do they deserve any fucking different? Fuck those fucking Nazis. Come and get me, Pam Bondi, you fucking traitorous bitch. All power to the people. Yesterday, I went into a church with Nakima Armstrong.
Well, you're looking kind of privileged to me, man. You're sitting on a nice couch, I assume, with the white wall and the painting, and you have privilege, bro. Apparently, Dan Bovino has responded to Dan Bovino. Let me see. I think I have something here. Where's I said Dan? Greg. Greg Bovino. Sorry. I want to see if I can find the longer version of this. 21 minute long. Don Lemon. Okay. I guess that's all we're going to get, the 1 minute. So let me show you guys this. Apparently responding to Don Lemon.
Get wrong every single time, and it's because they don't seem to care. These rioters, these agitators, these anarchists, and I think anarchy here is probably the best term, they don't care really if that pastor did have the same name or indeed was connected to ICE. They simply want anarchy, and you see that in that church. It's sad, but it spills outside of church also. Mom and Pa America are feeling that same type of mob mentality in the streets of Minneapolis every day.
So just for clarification, Greg, are those people one and the same, or are they two different people?
John, that investigation continues. We've got Department of Justice on that, and they're investigating all the aspects of what happened in that.
So that's what we're trying to find out, too. I talked about this yesterday, about there's a pastor there that has the same name as a ICE person that works out in the field. David, I think his name is David Easterwood. And they're saying, well, it says it's been confirmed through public records, court filings, and ongoing lawsuits against ICE. Let me see. David Easterwood is indeed acting field office director, as well as Easterwood's appearance in October 2025 press conference with DHS Secretary Kristi Noem.
Just for clarification, Greg, are those people one and the same, or are they two different people?
John, that investigation continues. We've got Department of Justice on that, and they're investigating all the aspects of what happened in that church. So I'll let them speak to that as far as from that investigation.
I wonder if I could find that video of his previous press conference. Oh, there I think there he is. Let's see the archive video. Kristi Noem.
So at Blackout Coffee.
Let's see. I don't think that guy was there that day when they stormed the church, but I think it is a match. Ad blocker. Show me. Let's try again. Okay, give it a couple of seconds. I want to see if I can pull it up. Oh, it doesn't play. Convenient. This is a guy right there. I'm trying to remember what was the name of the church. Let me see here. He is on the church website. Easterwood. City's Church. Okay. Backlash. So Don Lemon is in trouble.
The Attorney General has been on this from the moment it happened. There are already 2 prosecutors from my office on their way to Minneapolis, and they'll be there this morning. We have an FBI team assembled and local prosecutors as well. This is going to get the highest attention from the Department of Justice because there is no more sacred right in our Constitution than the right to assemble and pray to God And there are federal laws that protect that right. And what happened here was a shameful exercise of virtue signaling, disruption, fear, terror. You can see children in this video being ushered out the back by their terrorized mothers. And this is illegal. And I want to add that the Biden administration prosecuted people peacefully praying outside abortion clinics for much, much less. The Attorney General has been on this from the moment it happened. There are already 2 prosecutors from my office.
Let me see what else we got. What else do we have? This lady was apparently a Sarah Larson lady. I don't know if you guys remember me covering it. It's the lady that she had doxed the ICE guy, Jonathan Ross, because she lives in the neighborhood close to him, and she was telling people you should go circle his house, all that stuff. She got fired. This is the company I guess she worked at for the acupuncture. It says, East West Acupuncture does not condone actions that promote harm, division, or hostility in any form. We believe in respect, professionalism, and thoughtful communication, and we strive to create a space that is safe and welcoming for everyone. We understand that people hold different opinions or strong opinions, but we also believe those conversations should always remain respectful. We want to clarify the current situation. The individual involved in the recent viral video is no longer employed with East West Acupuncture. Their actions were their own and did not represent our standards, values, or expectations. So, she's fired. Fired. This is the lady right here. They were saying she got arrested, but I couldn't confirm that's true at all. They used some old video from somebody else that looked like. But I know she is fired, though. And the guy that we just saw, apparently, that was yelling in the church, this person found an old video of him screaming at the National Guard a couple of weeks ago.
You realize that you're violating the Constitution. You are fucking...
Oh, babe.
What's up? What's that?
There's the officer. You're a
So you guys are aware that you're violating the Constitution? Where are you from, Staff Sergeant?
Weren't you in the military?
I was 11 Bravo. I got out in 2011. I did fuck up my rank there. You got me there, but I was not a good soldier.
Damn.
I have a problem.
They got the wrong rank and shit.
Where are you from, Staff Sergeant?
Weren't you in the military?
I was 11 Bravo. I got out in 2011. I did fuck up my rank there. You got me there, but I was not a good soldier. I have a problem with authority. But apparently you don't. You don't believe in the Constitution, but at least I believe in that. So where are you from, soldier? You ever fucking deployed? Oh, you've never deployed. So you're a staff sergeant, never deployed, who is now violating the Constitution.
Excuse us.
What's your deal? You don't believe in the Constitution? Is that what it is?
How much you get paid for this?
I don't get paid at all. I'm a volunteer. I do this for love of the Republic, unlike you. You come from some fucking state far away to come fucking betray your oath to the Constitution. It's funny to you, motherfucker? You piece of fucking shit. Never did a damn thing for this country, but you wear that uniform with pride. What's up, bitch? What's up?
Hi, how's it going?
What you got to say, motherfucker? What you got to say, you punk ass bitch?
You're harassing our
Fuck off. I'm a combat infantry veteran. These fuckers ain't done shit.
Yeah, and I served for 30 fucking years.
So what? Yo, so you don't believe in the
He doesn't care. This guy's just going after anybody.
Constitution either, asshole? What to say, you punk ass bitch?
You're harassing our
Fuck off. I'm a combat infantry veteran. These fuckers ain't done shit.
Yeah, and I served for 30 fucking years.
So what? Yo,
He leads off with, I'm a combat infantry veteran or something like that to like nullify any kind of argument that they have. You can't say anything to him because he's a veteran. Yet this guy said, I served 30 years. And then he goes and says, so what? So now it doesn't matter when it does, when it.
You wear that uniform with pride. What's up, bitch? What's up?
Hi, how's it going?
What you got to say, motherfucker? What you got to say, you punk ass bitch?
You're harassing our
Fuck off. I'm a combat infantry veteran. These fuckers ain't done shit.
Yeah, and I served for
This dude is unhinged, yo. And his problem is not these people. It's not ICE. It's not the National Guard. It's you. It's your own mental health.
30 fucking years.
So what? Yo, so you don't believe in the Constitution either, asshole?
That's exactly why they're out.
You're so fucking stupid. You don't know nothing about the Constitution. You are so full of shit. So you're
That's kind of nice that the National Guard stopped. I don't think they were walking. Like, I don't think they know each other.
You're one of Trump's people, aren't you? You're one of fucking Trump's people.
I'm one of everyone's.
So you don't believe in the Constitution? Do you understand the Posse Comitatus Act? You look like you're obviously well-fed. You're probably an educated man. You said you served 35 years, so you understand the Posse Comitatus Act.
This has something to do with permission.
That has everything to do with the Constitution.
Damn.
U.S. troops are not supposed to be deployed on U.S. city streets.
This dude's a whack job, yo. Holy crap.
You're so full of shit. See, nobody can do it. So what's up with you, man?
He's going to end up hurting somebody.
You don't want to be here, do you, man? Where are you from? Where are you from? You really don't believe in your oath to the Constitution? You probably don't give a fuck. You're just trying to get a paycheck, aren't you? But you need to understand that you are supporting Donald Trump's tyranny. You guys are setting the precedent for military to be on our streets policing our citizens.
Mind your own business.
Fuck you, bitch.
People are tired of this shit. Decent, common sense people are tired of this shit. Get out of here with your nonsense.
So much.
You need to be in the psych ward.
Mind your own business.
Fuck you, bitch.
Oh, thank you so much.
God damn, I'm so fucking tired of y'all betraying our fucking nation. For what? For a fucking paycheck? Captain Dylan Blaha ain't in Leavenworth. Staff Sergeant Demi Palachek ain't fucking in Leavenworth. You deployed. You probably have a combat badge, don't you? You look like you've seen some shit. How do you feel? Betraying this city, betraying this republic. I'm up in your face for one reason and one reason only, and that is because you're betraying the oath you swore to the Constitution. So what the fuck? Go home. Go take a knee at the Capitol. Stand up for the Republic like you swore to do. Stop. What the fuck? I'm looking up your rank today. God damn. I'm just pissed off today. We're getting decamped. We're getting pulled off this fucking camp unconstitutional, even though we have a permit to practice our First Amendment. And you guys are just fucking stomping around these streets. Are you going to go help them beat up teenagers in Navy Yard like your buddies did before you? Is that what it is? How about you, Sergeant? What? Oh, it's so funny to you, you pudgy little bitch. You are such a fucking asshole. I am pretty good, aren't I? You got me there. But I'm really fucking tired of this shit. I'm really tired of y'all fucking betraying this nation. I am really sick of what you're doing. So I'm going to be in your face every time you walk through here. Every time you walk through here.
It just reminds me of like nagging or something, like as if like I'm in a relationship and just constant bitching and nagging, man. Just get the fuck out of here already. Get out of my house. I want to hear this bullshit. Yo.
You will be informed of your violations of the Constitution. You will be informed that the fucking citizens of DC do not fucking want you here.
Why are you here?
So go.
Why you do that?
Go the fuck home. Go back to whatever town you came from and remember your fucking oaths. Seriously. The time is now to stand up against Donald Trump. Even though this little laughing bitch voted for him twice, we know that. But ma'am, you should know better. You should fucking know better, ma'am. You are fucking obviously educated. You're a goddamn lieutenant. Remember your oath, ma'am. Remember your fucking oath. Especially you, a man who is deployed to combat for this nation. Remember your fucking oath, because you know what you're doing right now? You are shitting on the Constitution.
Oath is chain of command. Shut the fuck up. All right. Let me see if there's anything else. Do some quick browsing. My mother's coming over for a little bit. Little bit. Let me see what else is going on here. Anything else so far? As far as protests, I think they had just started. Kind of starting, but I don't know how they're saying this lady said a racial slur, a homophobic slur. I think that might be it for now. Martin Luther King Day. How exciting. Oh, Comcast, by the way, they contacted me. I'm getting a full refund, complete refund, so that's good. I'll just have to stick with what I'm using, Starlink and T-Mobile for now. But everybody right now is talking about Don Lemon. That's kind of like the big thing. Federal probe. Is an arrest coming?
Fake right-wing propaganda news alert from this supposed right-angle news supposed network, that I led a protest into a church this morning in Minneapolis. That is complete BS. First of all, I had no idea who the organization was until I arrived this morning. And number two, that's what every journalist should be doing, exactly what I did. What I did was report, chronicle, and commit an act of journalism, which is what every journalist should be doing. That's what happened. So if you really want to know the truth about what happened, why don't you check it out at the Don Lemon Show on YouTube, on Substack, and on Twitch. And follow us on any of our socials if you really want to know the truth, rather than getting some right-wing propaganda from a so-called news network. Fake right-wing propaganda news alert from this supposed...
You can tell like he's starting to get pissed. It's starting to like get to him. Right wing. That's crazy too. That's insane. Imagine he's charged under the Ku Klux Klan Act, Don Lemon. Ooh.
We all knew he wasn't smart when he ruined his ex deal with his first interview.
Oh yeah.
That of the guy who... We all knew he wasn't smart when he ruined his ex deal with his first interview. That of the guy who owns X. But I didn't think he was this unintelligent. So you tell me, is Don Lemon bluffing? Or does he really think you've got the First Amendment right to walk into a church, a place of worship, and you have the freedom to speak and say whatever you want in the middle of that church, and to assemble anywhere you want inside that church? Now, again, a church is private property. We all know that. So if you showed up at Don Lemon's house and said, we're going to come in and chant somebody's name, and we're going to be from BLM and Antifa and whatever else group, do you think that we would have the right to go into Don's house and say whatever we wanted and just take over whatever he's doing and assemble in the house? He literally tried to tell the pastor, but they've got the First Amendment right to speak and freely assemble, not inside a church. So you tell me, is Don Lemon that unintelligent, or is he just trying to get some clout? Now, I think this is going to work in the opposite way. If there is anybody who follows Don Lemon, and maybe a few people do on his podcast or whatever it is, they probably will start unfollowing, I would think. Do you want to be associated with somebody who thinks that's the right way to go? Because I guarantee you, if you showed up somewhere Don was eating or worshiping or working that was private property and you tried this, he'd be screaming and yelling to high heavens. Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, why isn't he under arrest yet? We all saw the video. Come on!
Excuse me. This here too, I guess this last thing. Maybe last. This is completely unrelated, but crazy. Maybe I can only show a tiny bit of this. They're saying this elephant killed 22 people, serial killer elephant, over a 10-day period. Who's still at large. Damn. Oh, shit. They can't take it out. They don't have guns and shit? The thing's just ravaging the whole city? The whole town? Damn. Wait, what? No. Okay, perfect. Okay, thanks. Damn, I remember there was this story. Well, apparently this just came out, guys. We got to watch this too before we go. Don Lemon. Oh, shit. Don Lemon claps back. There was a story with an elephant. There was a story with the elephant one time that I forgot. I don't know if he killed one or two people. He killed the person. They went to like bury the person. The elephant followed where the guy was like being buried and stomped him out again and shit. They're like really smart and they like hold grudges, it seems. All right. So Don Lemon clapping back at Nicki Minaj for the comments of calling him a CS.
Nicki Minaj and her response to all of this and the language that she used. I think it's interesting just because Nicki has been over the last couple of months made it clear that she is now publicly supporting, and I think maybe she has all along, but now publicly making known her support for the Trump administration and even the MAGA movement. The choice of words that she used to go after you, I'm not surprised she went after you.
It's homophobic. Yeah.
It's not homophobic.
Well, I mean, I don't think you have to black it out. You should show it to people. She called me Don, sea sucker lemon is disgusting. Look.
But you are a sea sucker.
This is what I'll say to Nicki Minaj. I normally don't respond to things like this, but, F it. I'm going to do it this time. I think Nicki Minaj has made it very clear how she feels about African Americans in this country, or I don't think she's one of them, obviously. And
now she racist now. Oh, God. Her whole platform is...
She should, under Trump's rules, she should be deported because I don't think, reportedly, that she is a legal citizen here. She is undocumented.
No way.
And so she has shown her disdain for African Americans. So why are you supporting her? Why are you buying her records? She's also supporting... I have lots of gay friends who love Nicki Minaj. Why are you supporting this homophobic, bigoted, ignorant woman? You should not be supporting her. Nicki Minaj, this is clearly out of her depth. She doesn't understand politics. She doesn't understand journalism. And I'm not...
Well, you had nothing to say when Cardi B was doing politics.
Surprised that she is weighing in on something that is beyond her capacity. What I will say to her is, because she put a doll, I think she put the Chucky doll in there, a better symbol that should have been represented in that picture is a pick-me doll, because Nicki Minaj is a pick-me. She will do anything that is expedient for her politically. And again, she's ignorant. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's always weighing in on things that she doesn't know about. Nicki Minaj should just sit the fuck down. And by the way, isn't she married to an alleged pedophile?
Oh shit!
Daddy, I like They not like us. They not like us.
Oh shit! He fucking went there. Oh my gosh.
Pick-me doll, because Nicki Minaj is a pick-me. She will do anything that is expedient for her politically. And again, she's ignorant. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's always weighing in on things that she doesn't know about. Nicki Minaj should just sit the fuck down. And by the way, isn't she married to an alleged pedophile?
Woo! Wow. Wow. Wow.
And she has the nerve to say something disparaging about something homophobic. I'm pretty sure that maybe that's part of the reason that she is cozying up to the Trump administration for some sort of leniency for her family members. And it's just very transparent. So Nicki Minaj, F off, stop being a homophobic bigot, and, get a life and some brains.
Okay. Well, I have to say he did fire back really, really hard. Harder than I expected and thought. No pun intended. So she is married to a guy named Kenneth Petty. And he is a registered sex offender, apparently, due to a 1995 conviction of first-degree attempted rape, originally charged as rape of a 16-year-old girl in 1994 when he and the victim were 16 years old. He pleaded guilty, served nearly 4 years in prison, and remains required to register as a sex offender, classified as a level 2 in New York. Oh, God. The couple married in October 2019, have a son together. Okay, and recent reports from late 2025, early 2026 indicate they're still married. The incident involved allegations to force, including weapon, knife threat, unlawful imprisonment, assault, and weapon possession. It was not purely statutory rape, which involves consensual acts with age differences, but a violent attempted sexual assault. Petty was convicted as a teenager, served time, and has additional convictions, including first-degree manslaughter in 2006, for which he served 7 years. He faced further legal issues in 2020 through 2022 for failing to register as a sex offender after relocating. Wow. Oh. The term pedophile is a clinical and psychological label from the DSM-5, typically referring to attraction to prepubescent children, usually under 13. What's his name? Nick Fuentes is saying you got to be like 5 now. It's not considered pedophile, whatever. Legally and factually, Petty's conviction does not fit the definition, or they're trying to argue, as it involved his peer, as a peer of his own age. So, but he still raped her or whatever. But holy crap. Don Lemon came for her neck. Oh my God. Wow.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas they not like us. They not like us.
Wow. Yo, he clapped back. That boy sassy, man. He clapped back. Oh my God. What is Nicki gonna say to this? Look at that facial expression too. It's like, I got that bitch. Let me see if she has said anything. Has she seen this yet? This just came out a couple minutes ago on TMZ. She hasn't said nothing yet, but she's hoping he gets arrested. 21 minutes ago, she posted Benny Johnson's post about the charges for Don Lemon. I don't know, man. Nicki's going to have to fire off. Nicki has to make a podcast. We need a podcast, a full episode. Damn, Don Lemon clapped. Don Lemon came back, man. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't think it was going to start shooting from the hip.
Stand journalism, and I'm not surprised that she is weighing in on something that is beyond her capacity. What I will say to her is, because she put a doll, I think she put the Chucky doll in there, a better symbol that should have been represented in that picture is a pick-me doll, because Nicki Minaj is a pick-me. She will do anything that is expedient for her politically. And again, she's ignorant. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's always weighing in on things that she doesn't know about. Nicki Minaj should just sit the fuck down. And by the way, isn't she married to an alleged pedophile? And she has the nerve to say something disparaging about and something homophobic. I'm pretty sure that maybe that's part of the reason that she is cozying up to the Trump administration for some sort of leniency for her family members. And it's just very transparent. So Nicki Minaj, F off, stop being a homophobic bigot, and, get a life and some brains.
Holy shit. I didn't think it was going to go there, but he did. A minor. All right, guys, I'm going to head out for now. I will be around, though. I'll be around a little later if anything pops up. I mean, I'll still be around regardless, even when my mother gets here. But yeah, if something pops off, I'll jump on. If not, I will catch you guys later. You got to see the Nicki Minaj response, too. Oh, she's going to be pissed. Oh, God. All right, guys. Peace. Bye. Make sure you subscribe. Bye. Thanks. Appreciate you guys, man. Oh, yeah. You're right. Jay. Who's that? So small. Jay Cali. Yeah. What about his assault charge or something? Didn't he assault somebody too? All right. Bye. Bloop.